if you could not manage to get Kaelan, which is the new archer hero, you are just like me because unfortunately I could not get the luck necessary to unlock Kaelan, right? But fortunately I go to Ruby and I believe everybody will be able to unlock Ruby because Ruby is gettable from the lucky spin. So basically save some gems and you will be fine, right? So because I could not get Kaelan, I was trying out different builds, and you could see on my live streams and a couple of videos I have been playing Ruby with Fraegar, right? And let me tell you, they have been performing really well, and I guess it's time to share my build. Maybe you guys will have some fun and try it out, right? At first, let's understand what kind of marksman hero Ruby is, right? Some might say it's a skill damage hero, but in my opinion, she is not, right? Of course, you are dealing some skill damage factor, which is 1.1k, which is always good, but let's focus on normal attack damage factors and in general normal attack style of dealing damage, right? Here you are launching volley, which for 3 seconds. For 2 seconds the Legion launches a physical extra normal attack every second against target Legion and 3 nearby enemy legions, right? So basically, besides volley, which gonna deal damage, you are throwing extra normal attack around targets and 3 enemy legions, which are pretty good, right? You are basically, I don't know, yeah, there's too much. That's the idea, right? So let's not focus on skill damage factor, let's focus on the extra normal attacks and in general normal attack damage. Here we're gonna have extra rage, which is basically good for skill damage and good because this skill is most important, right? And here we are having March Speed bonus and physical attack, 10%. 10% March Speed is better than 10% physical attack in my opinion, but still fine, right? Finally, we are going for Marksman unit normal attack damage deal bonus, 10%. This is huge. And 20% defense bonus. Yeah, we know that in general defensive stats for the ranged units and ranged heroes are great, right? And in general defensive stats later stages of the game is perfect. The fourth skill, which is in my opinion second most important skill for the Ruby, HP bonus. Finally, that's what I said, HP bonus, perfect bonus here, 10%, nice. And volley damage factor bonus 6%, which is the huge, right? And here Legion gains 10% HP when dealing damage via normal attack or an extra normal attack, right? Another wording, another extra normal attack in the fourth skill, right? So in a passive section, what's surprise, during battle, the Legion has 25% chance to launch an extra normal attack against one enemy Legion within range, prioritizing the Legion that is furthest away. This effects can be triggered once every 3 seconds, so basically one more extra normal attack, right? So basically my idea for this build is to throw as much normal attacks as possible. This is especially great for the war, right? Also, let's go and let's check the hero pair which I'm trying to work and which I basically created and which is doing perfectly fine, right? Which is Fraegar. And let me show you easily why I started using Fraegar with Ruby and yet again extra normal attack, right? Here we are getting some crit rate, and whenever you are a normal attacker in Call of Dragons, crit rate is really important, right? It basically doubles your damage. 60% crit rate for 7 seconds, normal attacker is perfect. This is great skill. Here, normal attack damage bonus 15% and defense bonus here also as a Ruby, right? We're gonna go when the physical attack 20% is nice and normal attack crit damage bonus 30%. Here, on a 4th skill, when launching a normal attack, the Legion has 20% chance to launch an extra normal attack at a Legion other than the target. So here we are getting even more normal attack for extra normal attack for Ruby to deal the damage which is necessary, right? And here we are getting basically, yeah, the increased damage factor. So Fraegar will give us another normal attack, crit rate, crit bonus, crit damage bonus, defense bonus, which you already have on Ruby, and normal attack damage bonus, which is huge for Ruby, right? So basically, I'm building Ruby as a normal attacker and extra normal attacker rather than skill damage user and rage generator, right? Because we are not having Kaelan in our hero pair. So this is the hero pair which I was playing for a couple of days, in couple of live streams. Also made the videos. If you guys want to check, you will see the merits there. Like 34, 35k against tier 5 players, and my Ruby is not max level yet, right? So that's the idea. Now we're gonna speak regarding talents, right? Because talent tree is important, right? This is the talent tree which I have not even finished yet. Of course, we are going in a precision talent tree because why? We're gonna get, when launching a normal attack, your legion has 50% chance to trigger an additional normal attack. So extra normal attack from the talents, right? So how perfect it is, right? How many normal attacks we are going to deal to our opponents. This is crazy, right? Of course, I'm gonna go for the Marksman half, and always remember, at some point you gotta put points in march speed talents, because yeah, your legion will be really slow, and for marksmen and archers, being slow is a really tough, and it will ruin your gameplay, right? And plus there is a blinking infantry around the battlefield, and yeah, it will be impossible for you to survive, right? The reason I'm trying to make it faster, unfortunately I don't have enough books, experience books, to max the Ruby, but slowly we're gonna get there, right? So yeah, this is the talent tree for the Ruby. Precision talent tree, of course, one of the best talent trees for the archer, especially for the PvP heroes. And yeah, check out this talent tree if you guys will like it. I will be glad if you guys will use it, right? And here I'm gonna go for bullseye as always. Attack bonus, just avoid getting this steady shot because it will reduce your range, right? Like I'm gonna go for intimidation. Skill damage, we also have skill damage on Ruby, will be nice, right? 4%, GG's. So yeah, this is the talent tree which I have been using with the Ruby, not even max level, 5122. 34, 35k merits, nice, right? Of course, we have to speak regarding artifact. I got really lucky. I got this artifact with 60 forged keys in Forge of Light during the live stream. And yeah, this artifact is really unique, not because, and great, not because it deals damage to 3 enemy legions, but the additional effect which makes this artifact really unique, right? Each volley fired reduces this artifact's skill cooldown by 3 seconds and increases the wielder's attack by 5 or 10 seconds. So basically, on a max level, you're gonna have 4.8k skill damage factor and physical attack bonus 10%. And this cooldown is basically when we were fighting, you can use this skill twice when everybody is using artifact once, right? So now one time more you're gonna have this artifact, and yeah, the damage will be huge for this artifact. And of course, this is the primary artifact for the Ruby, right? Which is basically really easy to understand. The amount of normal attacks and extra normal attacks you are throwing, yeah, and each volley you are casting, basically it will help Flaming Fangs to throw, and it deals a lot of damage, basically, right? For the players who don't have this artifact, there is a couple of choices here for the Marksman, right? Shadow Blades will always do its job. It won't gonna be perfect, but it will always do its job, right? But I believe you should at least try to unlock this one. Not saying 5 level. I don't have like 5 level on my important artifacts. Like Glittering Bolt is 3, and like 3 levels is max on my important artifacts for archers, basically. So just try to unlock it. It will do its job perfectly well, right? The warped which I'm using is Nightrock because I don't want to focus on the newest warped. I'm trying to finish the Barbed Manticore. I have like 1.5k experience left. Why Nightrock works? Basically, crit rate. We are liking crit rate from the Fraegar plus Nightrock, and the normal attack have 30% chance to deal additional damage upon landing in crit. We're gonna crit. We are throwing a lot of extra normal attack damage, right? So if you have like extra pair of Nightrock until you will make the new warped soon, until you're gonna make new warped strong enough to use, basically, you can use Nightrock. If you want to go for the best one, of course, the newest warped, it will be just the perfect pair. Let's go there and let me introduce you why, right? Here, Beasts and Wind Weasel, right? One of the best looking war pets in the game. So, North Wind. What's the North Wind? Inflicts a Blade Storm upon the target Legion, dealing physical damage every second, which is huge. Enemy Legion within Blade Storm area of effect lose 20% march speed for 2 seconds, which is also huge for archers. And what's the important, right? When the Legion commander casts a rage skill, Blade Storm duration increases by 1 second for every 10 normal attack the Legion launches. So perfect war pet for our extra normal attack strategy, right? What can be better? Here, normal attack to extend duration 5 seconds and skill damage factor 30. Advanced Norwind, the Wind Weasel deals 4% more damage and 50% more damage basically, and Intense Northwind, the Blaze-Storm crit rate. We are even getting crit rate from the Warpit, right? So pretty huge. Also, of course, we're gonna go for Chain Strike synergy here with the Blood Roar and maybe even Angry Roar, but the Wind Weasel is a perfect Warpit for our extra normal attack strategy, which is basically huge, right? Of course, we have to mention the Kaelan in the end, the hero which I don't have and I believe a lot of players still don't have. What's the important thing about Kaelan, right? Most important is that Kaelan is garrison and support and also legendary one, right? There is not a much archer legendary heroes which are support, right? The first skill, fires a salvo that launches 5 extra physical normal attacks against the target legion every second for 2 seconds. So, more normal attack damage from here. This is the garrison skill, defense reduction 2%, marksman unit attack bonus 30% is a lot, right? But we have seen even more. Of course, Magrat has a lot. Marksman unit skill damage taken reduction. This is amazing stat in general. Like damage reductions are really important. And the fourth skill, which I believe is the one of the most important ones, when launching a normal attack or an extra normal attack, the Legion has a 50% chance to gain 1 stack of Archer's Mark. Upon reaching 5 stacks, all stacks are consumed and the Legion deals physical damage to the target. What's the important aspect is a enemy defense penetration 10%. This will be huge against infantries and more of a tanky opponents around the battlefield, right? Even for cavalry, this will be painful. In my opinion, this skill is gonna deal more damage, maybe even more damage than the first skill. Like, if this skill was the first skill and this one was the first, nothing will be changed, right? The Awakening skill increased salvo damage, by 50%. The Legion gains 3 stacks of Archer's Mark immediately upon entering the battle. Now, this reminds me of Zaida Awakening skill. Like, Zaida basically has something like this. Kaelan has something common to Zaida's skill, which is normal, right? Because Zaida is one of the best archers in the game, which they have created. So, try to get Kaelan still. You can use Ruby and Fraegar. I'm gonna use it. Of course, I'm gonna make Ruby even better. This is just 5-1-2-2, and the merits which I'm getting against the tier 5 and awakened heroes is already great. I'm gonna increase max level. We're gonna add more skill levels. So far, I don't have, and I'm trying my best to get it. But of course, it's a grind, and we have to have a patience, right? Of course, I'm gonna continue to try to unlock Kaelan. I have no idea how. I guess Strongest Lord is the only option, but it's impossible because I'm not a spender in this game, and the Strongest Lords are basically won by the spenders, or you kinda have to be lucky to try your power up, to increase your power in a perfect Strongest Lord, so you will get at least on 25th place to unlock the Kaelan, right? So this is my Ruby guide for extra normal attacks, and as always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and good luck.